Okay, welcome back to another episode of Out There with Johnny. This is the part 2 of the Dwarf Labs Dwarf 2, and today we're going to talk about the sun itself, whether photos or videos. So I have it set up. I have my tripod balanced itself. I have the ball head balanced, not balanced, but I should say level as well. Both are level. And then I have the Dwarf Lab itself, the Dwarf 2, pointed up to the sun. I have the filter box in place, and I have the sun filters in place so I don't hurt my filters. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go switch over to the screen, and I'll step through the steps of starting to photo the sun and video the sun. So give me a few seconds to set that up, and we'll be right back. Here we go. The Dwarf is powered up. I am connected, and it's ready to start doing recording. So let's see what we have. So we go to photo mode. Then what we do is we select photo. Let's go to the widescreen. There's the sun. Let's double tap on that. You see it now puts it up on the widescreen. Switch over to widescreen. Needs a little bit of tweaking. So let's just tweak it over a little bit with the virtual joystick. As you can see, it's a little out of focus and it's too bright. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll hit focus, we'll hit auto and see if it can autofocus on it. And it did. And we have sunspots today. So now we go down to function, we go to sun track. Acknowledge yes, talks about puts it back into normal, into the middle. Now we come down and we can start playing around with our exposures. So gain is 0, shutter's 1/400. We'll take it to 1/200. Get it a little brighter. Now we'll take that off. Still not quite where I'd like to have it, but it's pretty close. And it tells you on the bottom it is tracking the sun. So quite a few sunspots today. We can pinch it, take a look at it. Not quite in focus. Let's go manually focus it. Okay. Let's see if we can get them a little bit more in focus. That looks like that's about as good as it's going to get right there. So we're tracking the sun and we're looking at it in real time. Now if I want to move again, I can recenter it. Now it's not tracking the sun as soon as I start moving it manually. So we go back to function, we go back to sun track. We'll see if it puts it back in the middle or not. And there it is, good. And that is all there is to it to photo the sun. And then all I got to do is hit the photo button, and I just took a picture of it. Now let's say I want to video the sun. Let's go back up to photo. Let's go to video. Go back to function. You go back to sun track. It's in the middle. Turn that off. Hit record. And now we're recording the sun in video as well. So it's really simple, quick, and easy. And what I love about this is the field of view. So when the eclipse comes this April, for the total eclipse, I'll actually be able to get the corona as well when it's a full eclipse. The C star is a much narrower view, and I'm not sure you'll be able to get the corona when you're at the total eclipse. But with the dwarf, I know for a fact that you will. So this will definitely be my go-to for the solar eclipse, the total eclipse, this April 8th coming up. So there you have it, quick and easy. And then you can take this and stack it later on if you want to keep videoing, or you can go back to burst photo. You're still tracking the sun. Hit the button, and it's going to burst photo. And there you go, 3 of them. I can also go back to here, do time lapse. No really reason to. Go back to photo, and just take a single picture. And there you have it. Very simple, very quick, very easy. The dwarf is so easy to use. And one of the things I like about it is it does let you play with a lot of parameters. So if I go back out over here to my features, come down here to adjustments, I can adjust my actual time, my imaging time. I can also go down here to tune, go to my tele, go to my tone, I get white balance. I can actually hit sun, and there you go. Now you've got the kind of the more yellow, orangish look that everybody's kind of used to. And again, we got quite a few sunspots today. And if you were to video this and then go into Astroskirt or any other Registack 6, I think it is, you could probably clean these sunspots up quite a bit. But overall, it's not bad. And if I want to have more view of a sun, turn this off. Turn off the, oops, I actually switched it. Put this back on, turn it off up there, and then you've got a more full view of it. And it's going to track the sun, and it actually tracks it quite well. So, not a long video, but an informative video. And I think for those who have the Dwarf 2, especially those that are in the path of the total eclipse this year, is going to have a really good instrument for recording that event. Really looking forward to it. So with that, I will leave you for the next one, which will be Under the Stars, which will be more complex, takes a little bit more time. But I wanted to do the solar version of this first because the eclipse is just not that far away, April 8th. So clear skies to everyone, and I will see you out there.